Right, so I want that back. I think I can guess it though. We just grab it and go. Because that could serve another use, could it not? Okay, the jackalope. I assume we're done in there, so let's see if we can have a chat to the jackalope. Same thing? An abbreviated version. Can I drop something down here that you won't like? No.
Who can that be? I cannot see. Who can that be? I cannot see.
I can give you everything, which is not terribly helpful.
Who can that? Who can that?
Right, give me a moment to update my map, and I'll cut back in. Same to you too, sir. Okay, done what I can. That is sorted out, surely. That just has to do with draining the pond and getting to the offering bowl at the base of the pond. That's done. There is nothing up there. There is nothing we can do over here until we get the other pieces that are down in the pond. So we're not getting through this door just yet. That way leads into the desert, which I've still not explored. I'll do that shortly if I can't think of anything else to do. What is this? We have a pond which... It may be the same pond, you know, because the other image that we saw had a flask with a skull in it. So we've got salt water in a bowl, or a pot in this case. We're putting something else in there. Maybe that's a pear? I don't think so. I can't combine this with anything else. But we are then putting a corn kernel in this dude's hand. I mean, I say the salt water's in this pot, but that is clearly the pot of the statue, given that this is also the statue's hand. Let me put this back up. Let's put this in here. Can I put the pear in here, perhaps? No. Damn, I thought I was onto something. You go in there. Let's flip that back around. I don't know if that's a necessity or not. But to me, it looks like we should now be able to place something else into this bowl. Possibly that. I don't know what that is. Other than it looks like poison, perhaps. And that's going to purify the water. I'm not sure what to make of this just yet. A prickly pear. I can't combine any of my other inventory objects apart from the stick and the flag. Can I get more salt water? I can. So how do I get rid of that now? Have I just fast stated myself? Because I can't flip this now.
Oops.
And I can't drain it. Okay, hopefully I've not just made a terrible mistake, because if I have, then I'll be restarting.
How can I possibly get down there?
You know the answer, Valanice. You know the answer.
Ew, salty.
Okay, let me give this some thought and I'll cut back in. Okay, I loaded my game, which is why all of the inventory items look a little bit out of order. I did see something in here, but I don't think it's anything. But having said that, I can't think of anything else to immediately try. I just need to distract this scorpion again. No, he doesn't like the prickly pear or the salt water or the stick or anything else here. Okay, so what I saw was that I could interact with the ray of light here. I don't think it's anything, but I want to take a closer look. I was thinking maybe I could use the salt water on the ray of light, perhaps? Or something here? Okay, I can't interact with the statue at all now. What's going on? Curious. But I was thinking maybe the salt water or the salt crystals themselves on the ray of light would be a good idea. But no, that's not doing anything. How do I shut this scorpion up permanently? Alright, let me give this some more thought.
This sand is damp.
That's gotta be something. Hello? I take it it's magical damp sand.
Oh, my.
It looks less like corn and more just generic ick.
Oh, what a beauty.
Don't make me say it, chat. Okay, we've actually got a proper corn cob and not just a kernel. Does that change things? Okay, why can't I interact with this? Do I need to touch its various parts first? Okay, there we go. I can put something in the hand. That looks much more promising, and I can't guess it back now. Let's put the salt water in there. What's now?
Oops.
The water is still salty. No, what about the collar? I'm close, damn it. What else am I missing? I'm hoping it's not assessing on the collar. It looks like we need to put something else in there, but I'm not sure what. I don't believe there's anything down there which will help us. At least I didn't see anything down there.
Ew, salty.
Actually, there is one thing that's coming to mind now. Hang on. It mentions poison. Well, I think that symbol means poison? Get out of here. I don't know what to do about you, yes. The symbol mentions poison, and scorpions are equipped with poison, aren't they? This seems unlikely, but let me go in here and grab the cloth again. I need it back anyway. The game's given me the opportunity to get it back, so let me grab that. Because it hits the cloth with the stinger. If I examine this now... Can I put that in there? What if I dip it in? Basically, my line of thought here is that maybe the cloth has got some poison residue on it. It's running directly between those two things. That's got to be something. I would be shocked if it is not. Right, let's pour that back in there. Can I dip the cloth in there? No. Ah. I really thought I was onto something there, damn it. There's nothing I can do with this prickly pear. As for purifying this water, maybe we can give it to the ghost, or the whatever it is that's wandering around in the desert. Dude is holding a corn cob. A proper one. He's got a death grip on it. We need to put salt water in here and something else. Alright, so let me think some more. Okay, never mind. What does that do? Yeah, makes sense, I guess. We saw that at the very start, that if we use the comb on Valenice, she remembers Rosella and starts crying. But that's weird. The pond water, I assume, is salty. And that's salt water as well. I don't know about that. So this water should be purified.
Fresh.
Okay, we won't die of dehydration now.
Fresh.
We have fresh water. So 2 thoughts on that. Firstly, let's go into the desert, find the dude, and give him that water. Secondly, maybe we can do something inside the pool now.
Excuse me, sir.
I've not actually spoken to him yet, so I'm going to need to find him twice.
What? Let's go.
We hear some dank lore about an evil priestess or someone sealing a door. I think we've seen that door. We just need the various bits to get through that door. Okay, where are you, sir?
Sir!
What do you want?
Can I give you any of these objects, such as this prickly pear, which may cause you excruciating pain if you try to eat it? Wasn't expecting that. I wanted to try the other items first, just to see if they get any reaction out of him. But I assume we need to give him the fresh water. If that doesn't work, then what I'll try doing is going down into the pond. But I don't see how the fresh water is going to help me terribly much down there. Unless I can put the water into the offering bowl, perhaps. Which doesn't seem fairly logical to me. I do nothing about this game's puzzles have seemed terribly logical so far. Come on. Thank you.
Sir!
What?
No, we showed him the comb.
This comb belongs to my daughter.
I have not, ma'am.
Right, the water.
I wish to give this to you, traveler.
Is it truly sweet water, lady? Could it really be?
Is that going to revive him?
I thought my thirst would torture me forever. How can I thank you?
Can you help me escape this desert?
I do not know how to open the portal, but there is something I can do. Follow me.
Okay. That looks similar to the whirlwind that brought us here.
Is that?
That's you, very clearly.
Yes, that is all that remains of Colin Farwalker, the great adventurer.
Never heard of you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Your gift of water has given me peace. We must hurry. I haven't much time left on this earthly plane. I wish to give you something.
I thank you, good sir.
May it help you in your journeys, my lady. Farewell.
Can you take me back to the pond at least? Alright, hopefully any direction takes me back because I'm not sure where I came from. Okay, I can look at his skeleton again. We'll get something else as well. The various bones are not connected to the other bones. I don't see anything that we can do with this, which is probably for the best, because we really shouldn't be desecrating his corpse. Or his skeleton in this case. Right, so what did I just pick up? Is that some sort of poison? Bug reducing powder? Are we going to use that on the jackalope? And some sort of nail? A hunting horn. Okay, I don't see anything unusual about that. Could I do anything with the fossil here? Is this how we get rid of the scorpion? Not that I think there's any real advantage to getting rid of the scorpion. Simply because we can work our way around it. We've got everything inside the temple, I believe. Can I blow that?
Oh dear, the horn is clogged with sand. Ugh. Being long-winded comes in handy sometimes.
I can't remember the Star Wars quote about sand. I really should have that memorized, but I do not. It's clogged with sand. I'm guessing we can flush that out with water, perhaps. Never mind. Okay, we can blow the horn. So no effect, just yes. Now the question is, can I get back to whence I came from? I have no idea. Hopefully. Oh god. Am I going to need to make a map to get out of here? Yeah, nah. If I go south twice, we're not going to get back to the skeleton, so I assume that is quasi-scripted. If I was to walk in any direction from there, we would eventually find our way back. Maybe I'm full of shit. It would just be manifestly unfair if it dropped you out here and you had no easy way to get back. Really? No, surely not.
Oh dear. Ugh.
I was thinking maybe that acts as a compass or something. Okay, that should return me to civilization, I think. Does it really dump you out there and expect you to figure it out? Oh boy, I don't know what to think about that. So I've got bug reducing powder, which we've only seen one bug in the game, apart from the jackalope, and that is this scorpion over here. Maybe it will work on this, but I don't see what the point is just yet. No? Right, it's not that. There was nothing on this bottle that I could use or do or uncap or rip off the label. So at this point I've got two things left. The first is the jackalope here. The second is that, and then the third, which I can't count, are the turquoise pieces, or whatever they are, downstairs in the pond. I can use the horn on this. You're not going to enjoy what happens next. Talking to the jackalope, not Valenice.
Here it comes, you little fiend. I got you, didn't I?
Right, we get two objects out of that. We get his glasses, or Rick's glasses I should say, and we get what looks like jackalope fur. Nothing inside there. Can I combine it with anything? That's a negative. What about the glasses? Can't combine, but let's take a look at them anyway. Yep, that looks like a set of glasses to me. We taught him a lesson, but he's still being a bit of a prick. Rick, I've got your glasses.
This is all I have to say. Go away, go away!
Why? I've got your glasses, dude.
Here you are.
Oh joy, oh happy me, I can see! Thanks to you, I'm not afraid. Now I'm free to deal and trade.
Right, so what would you like?
A juicy, sticky, spiky fruit. Would you like a chewed-on boot?
Oh, no, thank you.
A tasty grain of salt. Will you take a chocolate malt?
Tempting, but no thank you. I'm trying to watch my figure.
Sir Mix-a-Lot wants a word.
Oh my goodness. Magic dust. Would you take an old bread crust?
I don't think so.
Yuck! Fur from that horrid beast. I don't want it in the least. A mighty horn of tarnished brass. Would you take a box of broken glass?
Don't rhyme with that, Valenice.
I think not.
Good, thank you. That could have ended in disaster.
What a charming woven basket. Let me find my silk-lined casket.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, you can definitely see the subtitles were not finalized.
Oh my, a stunning turquoise shape. Will you accept a shriveled grape?
Oh, I don't think so.
Why, that's a simply smashing stick. How about a fat deer tick?
I mean, no thank you.
What a skillful work of clay. I'll trade you a bale of mouldy hay.
No thank you.
I can't imagine we'll hand this over, but I also want to go back and grab the cloth.
The lovely lady shows me gold. How would you like some fine blue mold?
No, thank you. I don't want to trade this. You see, it belongs to my daughter. Have you seen her?
A princess fair with golden hair?
Yep,
Yes. Have you seen my Rosella?
probably not.
Seen her, lady? Sadly, no. But I hear tales from winds that blow from far away, from the west. My sources are the very best. They tell me that the brave troll king has lost his heart and given a ring to a lovely princess he plans to wed. A foreign princess, it is said.
A foreign princess? Well, that could be her. Do you know anything more?
To find out more, you'll have to go beyond the woods and far below.
Interesting. So, a troll king? That doesn't sound like Edgar. Trying to marry Rosella.
No time to chat. The day is fading. Come, Valenice, let's do some trading. No time to chat.
He gives us information, but we haven't traded anything here. Let me get the cloth back. I'll test to see if I can use anything else on the scorpion. Actually, no, that doesn't work because I need to sacrifice the cloth again. What else can I do? Let's try the pond. Nothing there. I really thought that the jackalope running through this area would be something. And I've not given up on that yet. Also, these flowers. I'm getting a different prompt when I look at those flowers, so I'm thinking there's something I can do with them. But I'm not sure what just yet. So at this point, I believe this puzzle is solved. This little graphic down at the bottom of this statue. That to me seems very clear. We've done that. The other graphic that we saw involves putting salt water. Does it involve putting salt water into here? I don't think it does it? It doesn't. Can I return this water? Right, well, once again, hopefully I've not fail-stated myself with that. Because if so, I'm loading. We need to turn that upside down. The collar is in the correct position. Needs to do that. That I don't get. There's nothing about, or I don't think there's anything about switching the head on that other graphic in the background there. But nothing's really changed other than I've picked up some jackalope fur, some bug beagorn or bug reducer or whatever it's called, and the hunting horn. And I can't imagine that I could use the items here. Once again, I'm going to need to give this some thought. The purified water was not going to be used down here, so I don't think it's a huge issue that I've picked up some water here. I will load though when you're not looking. The problem I've got is when we pick up something out of this bowl, water is going to come rushing through these two entrances. And to me, there's two ways of stopping that. Firstly, we block up those entrances, which is probably not happening. Or secondly, we figure out how to break this trap, which involves putting something back in the bowl before we take this stuff out, or swapping it at the same time. And I don't know what that is just yet. Alright, so let me get myself killed. And I'll be back in a sec. that does work, okay. I had to use it here and not after using the flag. I wanted to say peaceful silence, but we get some music in the background. Okay, is there anything else in here? And can I check this ray of light out again? I don't think we have anything here, but... Nah, nothing's reacting. I can put my hands up in that beam though, which is a bit curious. And this, we can still play around with this. But nothing happens. Creepy music. Okay, we have a scorpion outside. I assume that's accomplished something, but I'm not sure what. Where did the scorpion go? Is it hiding in these bushes? No reaction. Also, what the hell are these sparkly things? I thought that might have been soul crystals, but they're still there. I do not see a scorpion here. Hopefully the scorpion hasn't fucked off into the desert somewhere. That's new. What is that?
How strange. The gourd split in the sun. It looks like there's a loose seed in there.
Gourd seed. I can't plant that. Would the trader be interested in that perhaps? Also, can I grab another corn cob? Or what looks like a very yucky thing, but I'll pick it up and it would magically turn into a corn cob in my inventory?
Incredible!
I agree. The way it turns into an actual graphic is incredible. Look at it, it looks like a... Don't make me say it, chat.
Oh, what a beauty!
It looks like a pile of goop. And it magically turns into a corn cob. We got rid of the scorpion, but what did that accomplish, really? I'm not sure, because we could work our way around the scorpion regardless.
Would you like to trade with me? You won't believe what you will see.
What about these two things?
Oh, what a lovely golden ear. Would you like a broken clockwork gear?
No, that's all right.
What a lovely wrinkled seed. For that, I'll offer this blue bead.
Hello?
That sounds like a good deal.
Okay. We have a turquoise bead.
It's my lovely turquoise bead. Let me get a thorny weed.
No, thank you.
I think I'll keep the bead.
Okay, what can I do with a turquoise bead? Nothing immediately comes to mind. Maybe we could put that into the offering bowl? That seems like a very long shot. Nothing there. Right now it just feels like I'm wandering around randomly, looking for the next trigger. Nothing there. Turquoise bead with that little dimple in it makes me think that we're going to thread that through something perhaps. The jackalope fur? I've got all these items and I wouldn't have a clue how to use any of them. I can't combine them. And I can't even visualize what the puzzles would be that I would need to use these items. Although, hang on. Is there anything to the fact that this is turquoise and that is turquoise? I think there is. Okay. Maybe that turquoise bead goes into the slot above us. I'll check that out in a moment. Or maybe we do have to use it inside this pond. Speaking of which, let's just expose the pond while we're here. And I suppose I can put the turquoise bead in here. No. We're not playing Indiana Jones in the face of Atlantis today. Maybe I can use the bead down there, but that's a long shot. I can put the piece in here. Can I put the bead somewhere in here? No. Okay, I'll take a look down the pond, but if I can't see anything down there, I'm not sure what to do next. Maybe I'll check out that room with the basket and the corn kernel. No, that doesn't work. Alright, so let me just see if I can crash the game again.
That looks like some kind of offering bowl.
Yeah, I click on it. And then I click on it again and that gets me killed. Alright, let me give this some thought.
Oh dear. I suppose you can't just take things out of an offering bowl.
Alright, well, you know what? I think what I'll do, because I've got no other ideas, is I'll quickly map out the desert. I'll be back in a sec.
Wandering through the desert got me nowhere fast.
That's interesting. If we die in the desert and click restore, we start at Colin's corpse. Even though I went in a completely different direction. And it's not an old load because we've got the turquoise bead with us. Interesting. Alright, I'll keep looking. Alright, I am giving up on mapping the desert for now for two reasons. Firstly, I've seen that if I go out into the desert and just wait, that gets me killed. It looks like, unlike King's Quest V, the limiter is basically how long I'm in the desert, as opposed to however many screens I cross. For example, I can just go out 2 screens here, wait, and eventually I'll keel over. Secondly, the other thing I've discovered is that this screen that we're looking at here is the equivalent of 3 screens wide. If you take a look at this lovely little map that I've drawn, the sea there is this screen that you're looking at right now, and there's basically 3 dots below it. Each one of those represents a screen, and the one with the exclamation point is where we found Colin's corpse. That all seems pretty consistent. Basically, I can go right out here past the temple, if I can ever get there. I can walk right here, go down 1 screen, and then make my way 4 screens to the left, go up, that'll take me into deserts, and then I'll emerge on the other side of the screen near the pond. That all seems very consistent, and at this point, I'm thinking there's nothing more to be found in this desert area. If there is, I'm going to be shocked. That said, I have no idea what to do next. I'm close to breaking and looking at a walkthrough just so I can make some progress, because I'm genuinely lost here. The thing that's really bugging me is I've got all of these items, a strawberry, or a pear rather, salt crystals, jackalope fur. I've got no idea what to do with them. And the game has really only suggested one more thing, which is figuring out what to do with this, and by extension, going into the pond and looking at the offering bowl and grabbing the stuff out of there so I can open this door. But that doesn't seem to play well with this turquoise bead, or the prickly pear, or the rag, or the horn, or the jackalope fur, or indeed anything else that I'm holding. So yeah, I'll give this some more thought, but oh my god, it's so early in this game, but I'm dangerously close to breaking already. Let me think some more. What about if I follow this cliff? I thought of going up just now, but what if I follow this cliff? I can't imagine there's anything here, but let me just rule this out. Different screen? I can't imagine there's anything here. Nah. Random screen. I got very excited for a moment there. Let me just die and respawn in the desert next to Colin's corpse. I'm also thinking, again, about what I did to the scorpion. That seemed completely unnecessary. Which makes me think that it's either a red herring or there's something more to do in here, perhaps. Yeah, I ran the cursor over here and thought, ooh, that must be something on the wall there. But it's not. It's Valanice touching the light beam. I assume if I put that in there, that's a fire stage, right? No, it's not. I can get more purified water here. Is there any reason to get more purified water? I need to cry into this, don't I? Not sure if the head needs to be in that position or not. Okay, so I can repeat this, but what is the point? I thought maybe I could combine it with the salt crystal, perhaps. I don't suppose Rick would be interested in some fresh water? Can't imagine so. But I guess that's why we are guessing more corn over here. So that we can redo that if necessary.
Oh.
Can I flush the jackalope out? No, we've already done that. I'm at a loss here. Could I put the fresh water into the bowl downstairs, perhaps?
Would you like to trade with me? What a skillful work of clay. I'll trade a bale of mouldy hay.
No, thank you.
Yuck!
Yeah, we don't have anything new there. Let me try putting this in the bowl, but if that doesn't work, I'm basically ready to crack and look at the walkthrough because I've had enough. This isn't a terribly interesting opening to the game, to be quite blunt. It reminds me a lot of wandering around Polysorbate 50 from Space Quest VI. The music in particular is not terribly inspiring. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this game so far. What can we do with these cactuses? Cacti. She's not pricking herself on them. I still think setting up a trap here is a good idea. To take out the jackalope. So those sparkles, can I really not do anything with those sparkles? I don't think so. What are they even supposed to represent? We picked up some salt crystals. I've got no idea what to do with those. I've got no idea what to do with half of the stuff in my inventory. How do we open this up again? It's been a while. It's been like 2 minutes. Can I put the fresh water here, perhaps? Highly unlikely, but I don't have any other ideas. This place was flooded with salt water, which... should those be floating? I don't know, but what I do know is I spent about 3 hours on this section. Actually, a little bit more than that when you count the stuff that I cut out. I'm going to take a very quick look at a hint on this because I'm genuinely stuck. I don't know what to do next. Okay, so apparently there is rope somewhere. Where do I find rope? But I can already see what to do with that rope. Is it down here? If there's rope around here, I can't see it, and I see now that I cannot zoom in on the corpse. Or the skeleton. Is there rope in the desert? If this is a case of there's something randomly in the desert, I'm going to be very, very ticked off. Looking for more help. Right, so I'm not sure where the rope is, but there's basically two ways we can help the kangaroo rat, that is Rick, as I like to call him. The first is we can get the glasses back by using the horn. Oh, I see. So it's possibly RNG as to which item we get, the horn or the rope. I figured that if we could use the rope here, that would be perfect, and yeah, that's what the guide is saying now. So what do I do at the doorway face? What am I missing? It mentions there are large footprints. I suppose I can follow those footprints backwards. What am I missing here? I thought I could examine those footprints, but it's not letting me now. I go down here and it's going to take me to a secret location? No. I don't see anything significant about the footprints other than they are leading towards the door. There's nothing around here that I can check. If I go down there, that just takes me back to the standard location. Okay, what's next? Must be a door. Yes, I know it's a door. Come on. One piece comes from a double trade. The first half of the trade is with the kangaroo rat. The other trader rests beneath the pool. We saw that. But the thing is, I'm not sure what to do. I must be missing something super obvious here. From reading the hints, I assume that I've got everything I need. But I'm just not sure how to do this. And I did see, you know, turquoise bead, turquoise pieces. How are we picking these things up? Yeah, the game must be showing me something super obvious here. I just can't see it. We found the offering place, yes. The offering statue is feeling a little blue. Okay, nothing there. What about on the place itself? The turquoise bead seems like the right answer, I just can't see where to place it. Yeah, I don't know about this. What's next? Trade only a turquoise object. Use the bead from the rat to trade for a piece. Get the second half from the altar in the temple. How do we trade that? Am I just very dumb or am I missing something? So the guide is now saying, use the bead from the rat to trade for a piece. How? It ain't lighting up. Alright, I will BRB. Something is clearly not right here. Okay, apparently I need to click here. Oh, come on game, come on.
That looks like some kind of offering bowl.
You want me to do that and now it will work. Oh. No, I don't approve of that. I hate that mechanic. Oh my word. So now I think I can grab that. I assume it's that piece. We can bind it to. And we have a puzzle. And that's going to let us through the door. Oh, that is frustrating. That seems to be how this game is designed though, so hopefully knowing that and knowing what I did wrong will help me later. There's our door. Just had to shuffle my windows to make sure OBS was still recording. Let's walk through the door, and another thing I saw was that if I click here, it shows us the progress. And last time I checked it was around here, sort of 3/4 of the way up to 2, but now we're basically done. Alright, so let's get out of here. I've had enough of this place. Ooh. Uh-oh.